We are officially coming to a close on my reactions to 21 Pilots' self-titled album. This is the fourth and final part of this series, and I am super excited because so far this album has been great. If you have not been following along and you want to catch up before watching this episode, then you can watch it right here. Other than that, we're going to get into this. This first one is Taxi Cab. This album is so heavily piano influenced.
I wanna fall inside your ghost and fill up every hole inside my mind. And I want everyone to know that I am half a soul divided. Sometimes we will die and sometimes we will fly away. The way you're by my side until my dying days. And if I'm not there and I'm far away, I said, don't be afraid. I said, don't be afraid. We're going home. I wanna strip myself of breath, a breathless piece of death I've made for you. A mortal rotting piece of song will help me carry on, but at least you heard. Oh, sometimes we will die and sometimes we will fly away. The way you're by my side until my dying days. And if I'm not there and I'm far away, I said, don't be
Ooh.
afraid. I said, don't be afraid.
Nice.
We're going home. So the hearse ran out of gas. A passenger person grabbed a map, and the driver inside it contrived a new route to save the past. He checked his watch and grabbed a cab, a beautifully planned taxi cab. A cab had it cleared out back, and two men started to unpack. Driving once again, but now this time there were three men. And then I heard one of them say, I know the night will turn to gray. I know the stars will start to fade when all the darkness fades away. We had to steal him from his fate so he could see another day. Then I cracked open my box. Someone must have picked the lock. A little light revealed the spot where my fingernails had fought. Then I pushed it open more, pushing up against the door. Then I sat up off the floor and found the breath I was searching for. That they were three men up front. All I saw were backs of heads. And then I asked, am I alive and well, or am I dreaming dead? Then one turned around to say, we're driving toward the morning sun, where all your blood is washed away and all you did will be undone. I said, don't be afraid. I said, don't be
Cool. Wow. Okay. So at first, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to decipher this. And, I'm at first I'm picking up on, the concept of death, dying, bearing half of yourself to someone else, whatever. And then as I'm reading through the lyrics and listening, I'm getting confused because it seems like it's coming from, one perspective, and then it sounded like it was coming from another perspective, like opposite. And it started to confuse me a little. But then as we got to the third verse, and he starts toward the end of the third verse, all I can think is that this is very heavily influenced by God. So basically what I'm getting out of this is that he's telling, or God's telling him, I'm not sure. It sounds like he's telling God, like, I'm putting my faith in you. Like, I'm letting you fill, these parts of me. I'm letting you in, and I'm going to, be with you until death. But at the same time, it's as if God's saying the same thing to him. And then at the end, when he says the whole part about all he saw was the backs of heads, and then I asked, am I alive and well, or am I dreaming dead? Then one turned around to say, we're driving toward the morning sun, where all your blood is washed away and all you did will be undone. He's going to heaven. And the only thing the fact he mentioned three heads, for me, I'm interpreting that as the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That could just be me and the way I see it, coming from my own views and my own beliefs and everything like that. But that's basically what I'm getting out of this. Is it's a very spiritual song, and it's basically about him, dying, I guess you can say, or it could even just be about an ego death, whatever it may be. But he's putting it all on God, and he's letting God now, drive. He's letting God take control, hence taxi cab. He's letting, Jesus take the wheel, I guess you can say. And, by doing so, and by putting his faith in Jesus and being, cleansed, being all his sins, all of the bad in him being washed away, by doing so, he is now able to go to heaven. That's what I'm getting out of that. You can let me know what you think, how you interpret it. I know that they don't usually say what songs are supposed to mean. They might in some ways, but I know 21 Pilots likes to leave their songs open for interpretation. So that's how I'm gonna interpret it, but definitely let me know what you guys think. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And like I said when the song started, I've noticed this album is so heavily piano influenced, and that's because I believe the piano had to be his first instrument, his main instrument. But that was awesome. All right, next we got Before You Start Your Day.
Open the slits in your face and start your day. You don't have much time to make your slits look just right. I'm in your mind. I'm singing. I'm in your mind. I'm singing love.
Ooh. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Look in the mirror and ask yourself if you're alright. Put on the glitter that yourself hides behind. You're in my mind. I'm singing. You're in my mind.
Oh.
I'm singing. La-da,
Oh.
la-da, 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 la-da.
Oh man.
And in your mind,
Oh.
you're singing la da la da la da la da la da la da da.
That might be the most powerful song on the entire album for me. That was absolutely beautiful. And out of every song so far, that one hit so hard. And it's so funny because it's actually a very short song. Like, there isn't a ton of lyrics, it was almost very simple. And it's just the message and his voice and the way he sung those words. This was a worship song. This was, my hand almost went up multiple times to just praise, because this was, I can't even explain it, but it's clear what this song is about. I'm not even gonna go into it, but that was absolutely beautiful. And wow, coming out of Taxi Cab into this was so perfect and said so much that, like, I'm speechless. That was just so good. And to come out of Taxi Cab, with the message that I picked up on from it, my interpretation from Taxi Cab, and then to hear this song coming right out of that just made everything hit so hard. Like, I'm so glad these three songs are together, so that the transition from Taxi Cab into this could go together the way they did for me. The only other thing I want to say is that for the fact that he's mentioning, in the song about, waking up and, basically having to put on that facade, that, smile and everything like that, and go through your day and get through it. Was that, correct me what song it was, but I did a reaction to, I think it was Ode to Sleep, where the song was heavily about that. And, they mentioned that a lot. I think it was Ode to Sleep. I don't remember now. But that's funny because that's the second song on this album where I've referenced Ode to Sleep. And I think that's funny because it's almost like, in this album, these two songs were foreshadowing what was to come in Ode to Sleep. But that's just me. But wow, we're going to keep moving to the final song on the album. And that was beautiful. So let's listen to Isle of Flightless Bird. If this ties into those last two, he's starting with the la da das. Ooh.
Now is the climax to the story that gives the demons and angels purpose. They fly around while we are walking and mold our emotions just to please them. I am cold, can you hear? I will fly with no fear, and the ground touch my wings, flowing as I sing, flowing as I sing. All we are is an isle of flightless birds. We find our worth in giving birth and stuff. We're landing our homes against winding roads, and we think the going is tough. We pick songs to sing, remind us of things that nobody cares about. And honestly, we're probably more suicidal than ever now. If you decide to live by what you think's wrong and what's right, believe me, you'll begin to wish you were sleeping. Your weeping will creep in your head and you'll cry. But if we wake up every morning and decide what we believe, we can take apart our very heart, and the light will set us free. I am cold, can you hear? I will fly with no fear, and the ground touch my wings, flowing as I sing, flowing as I am cold, can you hear? I will fly with no hope, no fear, and the ground turns my wings, flowing as I sing, flowing as I. How frustrating and so degrading is time we're wasting, as time will fly by in the sky will cry as light is fading, and he is waiting, oh, so patiently, while we repeat the same routine as we will please comfortability. And please think about why you can't sleep in the evening, and please don't be afraid of what your soul is really thinking. Your soul knows good and evil, your soul knows both sides, and it's time you pick your battle, and I promise you this is mine.
Oh my God. What a perfect ending to an album. This outro it's perfect. Wow. It's insane what this man was able to do and create at such a young age. His soul and everything speaks so hard, so heavily. It's insane. Now, that was such an amazing ending to this album. And this might be the best part of the entire series of reacting to this album. This video, these 3 songs is the best part of the entire thing for me. The way he ended this with basically saying that, it's up to you to decide, your fate and your faith. What you believe in. It's up to you to decide. Do you want to go with what God has planned for us, what God's intentions were for us, or do you want to go with what you believe is the right way, what you have found comfortable, what you decide to distract yourself with, what you decide to believe is right and wrong, rather than following the word of God and what he has determined is right or wrong in your life. What he has determined is the point. What he has determined and placed in our lives to be right and wrong, to be the purpose. It's up to you to decide, but he's saying that, without pushing somebody toward what they should believe in, he's just letting you know that, you have this choice, and that by making this decision and leaning toward God, that you will find the peace, you will find the happiness, you will find all these things that you think you're getting out of, the other things I mentioned, what you're finding to be, comfortable for your life, the things you just settle in doing, things you're repeating every day because it's easy, because, it's comfortable. So he's saying that, if that's what you want to do is go your own route, then go right ahead. But I'm letting you know that this is the way to go, and this is the way I am going to go. And I stand by that. And that is just so admirable coming from, on my standpoint, the way I have my beliefs and everything, I see, believe, whatever it may be, from my own testimonies and everything like that, to hear him say what he has said in especially the last 3 songs on this album, let alone the album in general. But these last 3 songs just spoke volumes to me, and it was absolutely beautiful. Um, the other thing I want to mention is just the musicality. He knows how to write the music around his messages. He knows how to form an album. The way the album starts, the intro to the album, then to come full circle back around at the end, and that last song to have the outro that it did and play out the way it did. It really gave you a moment to sit and reflect on the rest of the album. That instrumental toward the end, everything's playing out, it's slowly fading, it's slowly, just the music is, is dissipating. He's taking certain instruments out, he's making it simpler, it's dying down. And it's just giving you a chance to really sit and reflect on everything, and to just know this is the end of the album. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a great show. Hope you got something out of this. That was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And now I understand why this album means so much to so many people, and why, so many people suggested, please go listen to their self-titled. Other than the fact of it being, their first official album and everything, even before Josh was part of it, I can just see how this album speaks to so many people, because wow. You guys, let me know what you think. We've gone through the whole thing. What are your favorite songs on this album? You don't have to list, in order every song. What are your top 3 songs off of this album? What does this album mean to you? For me, it was very, very spiritual, very much about faith, and God, and struggling, and, not being sure, how to go about, coming into your faith and putting your full trust in God and things like that, and then tying back into at the end that I'm giving it all to you. So that's how I interpret it, and for me personally, that is absolutely beautiful. It meant the world to me, honestly. But how do you see it? How do you interpret it? Do you see it the same way, and is that what makes this album important to you? But yeah, let me know, because we are going to be starting a new series coming up, and I'm super excited. So let me know in the comments. Let's chat it up. Like the video, please. It helps me out a lot. And if you're new here, haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you're interested in these types of things. And then if you haven't seen any of the other episodes, or you happen to miss one, there is a playlist right here at the end of this video. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.